Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another episode of Talktor Who. My name is Link. I am here with Light, Jen,
Hello.
Jax, that's your name,
Thank you.
and Moose.
Howdy.
Everyone's back again. This is
Yay.
the season ender. What do you call that? Series finale.
Series
That's the word.
finale.
Series finale of Doctor Who and the series finale of Talktor Who. So this is the last episode in season 1 of Talktor Who.
We'll be back next season,
We will. I don't know.
which starts probably next week.
Probably.
No series break
Maybe.
for us.
First episode we're going to be talking about, because this is a two-parter. The series finale was a two-parter. The first episode is Bad Wolf. It aired first on June 2nd, 2006. It got an 8.7 out of 10 on IMDb. Directed by Joe Ahern and written by Russell T. Davies, Terry Nation. Terry Nation. I think that's the first time that I've seen Terry write anything. That might be correct. I don't know.
I can
Can't say I've
neither
ever been
confirm
And
nor
the third
deny.
person was Sidney Newman.
Oh, Terry.
So, last couple of episodes were written by Russell T. Davis and Sidney Newman.
My homeboy.
Before we get too far into this, do we want to read a synopsis of the episode for the listeners on the other line?
Oh, indeed. All right.
Let's sum up what we've seen.
And so what we have learned.
I was just
applies
thinking
to our
that.
lives
I
today.
was thinking it, and then I
All
didn't
right.
say it.
Bad Wolf, just the one episode
For right now.
for right now. We're doing Bad Wolf. The Doctor, Rose, and Captain Jack, have to fight for their lives on board the game station in what may be one of my favorite intros of the entire series.
I would agree.
The Doctor just messing around with people, but a far more dangerous threat is lurking just out of sight.
Dun dun dun.
The Doctor realizes that the entire human race has been blinded to the threat on its doorstep, which they really couldn't do anything about anyway, which is whatever. And Armageddon is fast approaching, because we like big words
We cannot
that
lie.
are graphically located on Earth and have really no relevance outside of Earth itself, because Armageddon is a place, but whatever.
But then why isn't Bruce Willis in this episode?
That's also a fair point.
So the second episode in this finale is called The Parting of the Ways. We might as well go ahead and just do the synopsis of that in one as well, because I'm figuring we're going to be talking about both at the same
yeah.
time.
Probably.
don't imagine
Parting of the
why not.
Ways was on June 9th, so exactly a week after the first one. So June 9th, 2006. It got a 9.1 on IMDb, so much higher than the first one.
I know why.
Not surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean, David
Not
Tennant's in
indeed.
it.
Spoilers. Anyways, yes, David Tennant's in that one. Directed again by Joe Ahern, written by Russell T. Davis, Terry Nation, and Sidney Newman. So same crew on the second one as the first one. Go ahead with the synopsis of Parting of the Ways.
Indeed. As a couple of plot points, they are trapped on a game station. They're forced to play games to save their lives. This is all the first one still.
Yep.
And the Doctor and Jack attempt to rescue Rose after we see Jack in several very compromising positions with some robots. It's very strange. And then the Rose dies, and that's it. And then we find
The
out that
end.
Rose is okay. And then she's not okay because she's on a Dalek ship. And then she's okay again because the Doctor thinks he's going to rescue her. And then she's not okay because there's really no way he's going to do that. So, the Parting of the Ways. The Doctor has a surprisingly easy time rescuing Rose Tyler and manages to protect his ship from just about everything, yet does not use that protection to his advantage because he's a really nice guy to the Daleks, apparently. With the human race being slaughtered, the Doctor is forced into terrible action. Will the time travelers ever be reunited? He sends Rose home. She's mad, and she tries to use some Earth technology to conquer his gigantic time-destroying device. What's going to happen? Watch the episode.
Excellent.
Or
Excellent.
just listen to us talk.
Or just, yeah.
We'll get
that's-
there in 30 minutes or so.
Okay, so going back to Bad Wolf, yes, I did want to touch on the fact that they were on a game show network type of thing. I thought it was interesting the shows that they decided to have them go on. I guess this is 2006, so Weakest Link was kind of a big deal. So was Big Brother. the other one was just kind of a generic makeover show.
They mentioned Wipeout.
Oh, did they?
Wipeout's still a big deal.
Oh, it
Wipeout
is.
is a great
That show
show.
is funny. It's the closest thing you can get in America to a Japanese game show.
That's true. I would actually watch the show Bear With Me.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one with the bears. It's like, do they
Goodness.
still have that show with the bears?
Sounds unbearable.
Bear With
But
Me.
it's all wrong.
Oh.
Oh, I love
Very
that.
good. Very good. Very good.
Back to being
I'm pretty sure
angsty.
they did something like that in Japan.
They do
Oh, I'm sure
everything.
they did.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I love bears.
The bear.
I'd like to think that this type of TV show or this type of TV, like if someone actually died, it wouldn't actually, like, no one would watch it. But I know better.
People would watch it. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
That's why there are laws.
It's just a modern day gladiator. Come on.
Yeah. Like you were saying before. Yeah.
Fun show crossover that I just realized. They do actually reference some sort of Japanese game show with living with a bear in the show called Psych. He's suggesting game shows, and he says, knock, knock at your door, and you open it, and there's a bear. What?
Bear.
It's his main suggestion.
I think
Fun
I remember
fact.
that episode. That was one of the earlier episodes, right? Yeah.
Indeed.
I think I only got through season 5 or something
The
of that
good
show.
Only.
romantic game
Well,
show.
I mean,
There's only 8 seasons.
Sean
Oh,
and the Real
well.
Girl. There we go.
there you go.
Anyway,
When the one girl from the Big Brother house says, "Oh, she got evicted from life." Like, okay,
Are you,
all right,
the cheesiness
Okay.
begins.
cheesiness.
are you talking about Linda with a Y?
Linda with a Y, not with an I.
She's the one who says it, yes.
Yes, Linda with a Y.
As opposed to the one
Linda
who
with
is
Y. I.
evicted from life.
I refuse to call
Evicted
her
from
Linda.
life. No. The other Linda was evicted earlier
Linda with
in
an
the
I.
episode.
Yes. That's just clarifying.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay, because they were just teleported.
I thought she was a lot
become-
less.
They're just teleported onto a
Fearful?
Dalek ship. That's,
Yeah, and then killed.
I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah, okay, so the spoilery whatever part of that was that they didn't get disintegrated instead of, like what they were thought they were being. They actually got transported onto a Dalek ship. Da, 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 and then killed.
So was that the like
So-
harvesting thing?
Presumably.
Yeah.
Because the Daleks are talking about like, we had to harvest single cells from people.
Yep.
Blah blah blah.
Yep. That's exactly how that happened.
So that was their.
So they still
feeding
wound up dead.
trough?
Yep, they still wound up dead. Very much like a later episode with the
Clever girl.
Cybermen.
Except the Cybermen aren't quite as picky.
It's true. It's true, because I can't be.
Just take any old thing.
I like the line when the doctor says, "Do you think anyone votes for sweet?" Like, "Oh, you're sweet, Linda. You're sweet. I've seen your world. From what I've seen, do you think anybody will vote for sweet?" That's true. Like even now, like no one. If anybody has an option, they're not going to vote for sweet.
Survivor.
Like steampunk.
Who's going to vote for Sweet?
Like steampunked. Yes.
Has anyone you liked ever won
Peerless.
Survivor?
No.
Has an,
Has
I was
anybody
gonna
I've
say,
ever
has
liked?
anyone ever watched Survivor?
Nope.
I have.
But then maybe that's just me.
Nice guys finish at least third.
They don't. They may not finish last, but they finish
Nice guys
not first.
Don't win.
Not first.
One thing that stuck with me on this episode was when the doctor said, or when who was it that showed him? Oh, it was Linda who showed him the world and when exactly it started. Like, oh, this world is wrong. Well, no, it's been like this since basically.
Since
You
the
meddled
last
with
time
it.
you were here.
Yeah. I thought that was really interesting because most of the episodes that we've seen are just focused on the doctor and what he's doing, not necessarily how it affects everything else in his path.
Yeah.
And that gets brought to attention later in later episodes, especially with Tennant and Smith, as far as like there's danger in his wake and like he never stays, but this is
This was another one of those consequence episodes.
another one of the consequence episodes, kind of piggybacking off of the last episode with Slitheen.
Yep.
I have exactly one note on this entire episode, and it's
Let's hear it.
Doctor is very come with me if you want to live.
Yes,
Come with me if you want to live.
that's very true. That's very true. When I first watched this episode, this series of episodes, these 2 episodes, they blew my mind. I thought that this was like the coolest episode so far.
Okay.
Anybody else? Like, do you remember the first time you saw this?
Gosh, I don't know. I binged so hard. The first time I watched through this series, I was halfway through Tenet before I knew what happened.
That's fair. That's fair.
I feel like Eccleston was kind of a blur.
He was.
Yeah, he did
especially
go by really fast. I thought this whole season went by really fast, and we didn't do it very fast. Like one episode a week, maybe.
Except for the two-parters.
Except for the two-parters, of course. I don't
which are
count the
basically
two-parters.
one long episode.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway. The Doctor has this weird moment in this one where he's like, all I'm after is a quiet life. When he's talking to like, what he's going to do after he gets away. It's like,
I noticed
"What?
that.
All I ever wanted is a quiet life. It's like,
Like, really?
what?
Yeah. When have,
running
you,
away.
when have you ever been
Who
about
are
that?
you kidding, man?
When have you ever been about that?
When have you ever run from anything or like not pursued
Yeah.
the crazy part of everything?
Yeah. One thing that stood out to me was when the
You don't want
control,
quiet.
like the control lady that was at the very top.
She was so cool.
She was cool.
Significant.
She was super 90s.
Miss Matrix.
Yeah.
It was
all the
2006.
I know, but her hair was 90s.
The 90s
That's
ended
true.
around 2006.
Yeah. It's
Very
a fact.
Fifth Element.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
When
very
she was
Ryan
teleported,
Seacrest.
yes. When she was teleported to the Dalek ship, she stood up. I'm like, okay, she was in that little harness thing for decades.
See, I thought
She
was
wouldn't be able to
standing
stand
there,
up.
too.
She'd been doing like squats and she'd been working out in the off
She was
hours when the
sleek.
TV isn't.
In the solar flares. she was
Every
doing
2
push-ups.
years. Every 2 years.
Yeah. Got to get 200 squats in. I thought one of the
in 2 minutes.
yeah, I thought one of the most morbid parts of the series, just because I like thought back, I guess, was the Big Brother house when the two survivors, I guess, make like an arm tunnel for the girl going out. Like they're in the background; it's hardly even significant, but like they make an arm tunnel, and I pictured like 12 people on the house doing that for one, like the first person to leave.
Oh,
And
sure.
now there's only
And just like,
two
yeah,
left.
woo, and they
Yeah.
chase them out. Like, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Who would start that trend?
I more saw it like those were the last 3, and so they kind of grew together. And so that was like, we respect you. Kind of like what the Hunger Games does with the 3
I
fingers.
suppose. Ugh. Celebration tunnel. It's real
I thought
odd.
it was just a part of the show. Like, well, that's just what they do.
Oh.
Kind of chalked it up to tradition.
Yeah.
Tradition.
I mean,
Get out of my head.
No, I'm on.
Being
I'm
the
in
second time that I've watched this only,
Oh, this is only your second time?
yeah,
Oh. That's exciting.
all of these are my second time, unless
I forget
we get to the
about
Siren
that.
episode later on, and that would be a
I
third.
forgot about
but
that.
Yep, I'm still a noob. In the Big Brother house, there's a screen in the background with a single eye,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a very ladylike eye. But there's a blue galaxy
Mm-hmm.
circling it, and my first thought was, man, I bet the Daleks are behind this. Because it
When you
looks like a
first watched
Dalek
it?
eye.
Ah.
Yeah, and I was
Very
like,
interesting.
no, that would be just too much foreshadowing in the background. But
No,
I was right.
you're right. That's fantastic.
didn't even
Good for you.
think about that.
That's awesome.
Kind of want to see
Very
that part
90s.
again now.
Daleks are blue.
In the
2000s.
That little hand stool.
Those hand
That's
chairs
super
are
90s.
so weird.
No, thank you. I'm glad those are gone.
They sold that chair to Big Brother, and they actually used it on set. That's a little trivia that I looked up.
Weird.
Ick.
Creepy.
Yeah, they're really gross. The only worst chair, in my opinion, are those blow-up chairs.
I had a blow-up chair. I loved it.
I-
It was
Inflatable
so
neon
uncomfortable.
color
They're
things.
I loved it. It was bad.
They're so loud.
I know.
It was so uncomfortable. It was blue and it didn't have a headrest, so your head would just like flop.
Mm-hmm.
And it was terrible, but it was so cool. It was 90s to the max.
It-
Just in case you want to feel like you're in the BFG hand chairs.
Gag me with a spoon.
So grody.
Grody. Grody to the max. I guess the only other thing that I had for the Bad Wolf episode was I feel like the Daleks are terribly noble for not killing Rose when the Doctor was talking. Like, they had so much time that they could have just killed her. And no, they like respected some sort of like rule that you can't kill someone when you're taunting them or something.
Well,
know.
Article 5 of the Shadow Proclamation says... I have no idea.
Moose, your glasses are falling. You better push them back up.
Oh, the look.
Say it to my
Who
face.
reads the Shadow Proclamation, honestly?
The Shadow Proclamation are actually a people. Thanks.
Who reads those people's
Who
minds?
reads those?
Who knows that?
David
Stop
Tennant.
defending
Church
yourself.
of the Shadow Proclamation.
Oh,
does
there's an
things.
episode later on where
I'm sure there is.
Doctor meets the Shadow Proclamation,
This is me
and
caring.
it's
Can you see?
no,
See how much I
no,
care?
because this is an audio presentation.
can a people
but
have
you
an
can
article?
see. Moving on.
They have a proclamation. I don't know.
They just named
Okay.
their child Article 5.
Can we just pay tribute to Jack being like, oh, look, this doesn't actually kill people, but doesn't actually explain this to Linda before he uses her as a human guinea pig?
Yeah.
Like, oh, just go stand over there.
Yeah.
Stand
Who
right
Who would
like that.
agree
here.
to that? Stand over there. I'm going to use that thing that you've watched kill
Yeah.
people repeatedly.
Repeatedly.
It'll be
I'm
fine.
going to blast you with it. What? It doesn't actually
No,
kill
don't worry
people.
about it. Don't worry about it.
You'll be fine, Linda.
Yes.
You'll be fine.
So
With
the
an
question, the real
Why?
question is,
With a Y.
when she gets zapped, is she just suspended in some sort of digital state?
Digital
or is
style.
or is she on the Dalek ship briefly, and then Jack's like, okay, bring her back. Oh god! Where Daleks? What? Where were you? I don't know.
No,
Oh,
I
see,
like
I
to
just
think
thought
that
you were
she's
suspended.
I like to think that she's suspended
Haven't
until.
you seen Willy Wonka? They broadcast
flying-
themselves on television.
Or Star
And then they're
Trek.
they're,
They're
in
tiny.
particles. Yeah, they're particles in the sky.
Or Star Trek.
Yes. Any other comments about Bad Wolf before we go to Parting of the Ways?
Jack's kind of a tool.
He's always a tool.
I know. It's just like everyone loves him, but he's really an ass.
And you almost got to see it in this episode.
Almost. Gee, wouldn't that have been swell?
There were lots of little, there were lots of little details in here that I just like felt compelled to note. Like, we have lights just for our corporation's name.
Yep.
There's a switch right here. Turn it on, Bad Wolf.
Yep.
And
Name lights.
Speaking of the corporation, how does the name Bad Wolf keep getting through, like, being approved?
Oh yeah.
Like, how are these?
Because
how is
Rose
this
looked
the
into
name
the
for-
TARDIS and did everything.
it's
That's
stupid.
really the only reason.
Why
I'm
would you
powerless.
ever name a nuclear power plant Bad Wolf in any language? Who would approve that?
What are you gonna
No
name
one.
it? Like after your daughter? Or?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when
Susan.
you have
Susan.
looked
I mean-
into the time vortex.
maybe the station that kills people, I guess, but
Yeah. I don't know.
it's weird.
I don't know.
Also, it seems like a dick move to the transmat. You get transmatted. Oh yeah, it's a transmat. It messes with your head. Temporary amnesia. Why don't you participate in a quiz show now?
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll do great.
I'm sure.
The Daleks are
Oh, yeah,
controlling
sure.
this. Do you really think they care?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
It's terrible.
Okay, so the Parting of the Ways. The episode has the Doctor go between emotions really quickly. That's what. Okay. I think that this episode and the episode prior were really, like, the Doctor just goes between, like, really, really angry and, like, really, really jovial very
Then
quickly.
Really, really catatonically distraught.
Yeah, like super, super quickly, which is very similar to how Tennant and Smith actually go. So I feel like in this episode, Eccleston is more Doctor than he really has been a lot in the past.
He definitely gets super polar.
Yeah. Anybody else feel that too? Or is it just me and Jax talking to each other?
The extremes of emotion, I suppose. I see what you mean.
Yeah. I mean, because Tennant has that a little bit too. I feel like this is where he got it.
Yeah, previously in Eccleston, he's much more like he sort of builds up to rage mode or whatever. But this is just kind of snap, snap, snap.
Yeah.
He's at these polar points of emotion.
I feel like just
Did
about
you- did-
everyone in this episode had some pretty wide, like these two episodes, I guess, had some pretty wide range of emotion. They like played it up. Like, I know I wrote down in the background of when Rose died, like, Jack was cussing people
Oh, he was-
out
Yeah,
more
oh,
language
yeah.
than
He
I've
was
ever
losing
heard on
it.
this show.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even. It's in the background. It's fine. We don't have to. Whatever. Jack, just lose your crap
lose
on
your
this
mind.
girl. And
I was surprised he didn't just
And just-
start throwing punches and
Yeah, no
kicking
kidding.
He didn't
people.
shoot
he had
the
this giant
android.
gun, yeah.
man. But yeah, it was a lot of extremes. I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you two have other things to say about the last episode? I didn't want to cut you off.
No,
Nope.
no,
Okay.
we're fine.
We were just having a female moment
Okay.
over a tire.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
her hat.
Changing one?
Sure.
Good
Yes,
hair.
my hat.
Changing a tire?
No,
It was,
no, Jax.
What?
Not changing a tire.
Stop.
All
Just
four.
stop.
Oh no.
All four.
Okay.
Ah.
I think it's really interesting that even at the height of his anger towards the Daleks, he still feels bad for them because they're part human. And you can see that,
What?
you feel because he says at the in the middle-ish area where like they're part human and they hate themselves for it. And he feels bad because they hate themselves, but he's not going to like stop not caring
That's
about them.
definitely not the impression I get.
Oh, no, it's definitely there. We'll have to watch it again.
Yeah. He's like, you're a part human. And then he, like, beforehand, he's like, I'm going to wreck every stinking Dalek. I'm going to wipe you off the face of the earth. Woo, yeah. And he's, like, super cheery about it. And then he's like, oh, you've been harvested from human cells. You're not completely Dalek. And he goes in the TARDIS, and he's just like, I'm all sad and emo.
Yeah.
And just really depressed all of a sudden that, like, I can't kill these guys now.
It's true.
Wow. I definitely
You didn't get that?
not get that at
Oh.
all because he still totally planned on killing them all.
Well, he's still planning on doing it. It's just the weight of that decision was heavier now because of his realization.
I don't think so.
No, that's what happened.
That's what you think
No,
happened.
that's definitely what
Agree to
happened.
We have to
disagree.
press
Blaze.
Chalk it up to opinion.
Okay, so when Rose goes back, because the doctor initiates like error number 1 and takes her back to
London
her
town.
home.
Protocol.
Protocol 1, yes.
What is this?
Error
Error.
404.
one.
Doctor not
Doctor
found.
not found. First person on the scene, Mickey.
Mickey
Of
has
course.
the ears of a dog.
Is it?
He has the
Travel.
ears of a plastic Rory.
He
That's
can hear
true.
anything.
But when Rose finally gets, I was gonna say thrown away. No, that's what.
What?
Rose
Basically.
gets trashed.
No, Rose goes home. That whole scene where the doctor is a hologram and says, "Oh, have a fantastic life" and all that kind of stuff. The feels,
Oh.
I'm not
Was-
looking at you,
yeah.
but now I
But
dramatically
now I
am.
Yeah, I
Is
thought
there
that was clever. I liked that scene.
There's only 2 points in this message where it's supposed to look at where the recipient is at the beginning, and then at the dramatic ending.
At the very end. I thought it was nice. I liked it.
I also theorized like he might have been just straight up broadcasting that and acting like it was a protocol from where he was.
It's possible.
Yeah,
like-
I suppose.
I don't know. Like
Yeah,
he
could've.
like he did later when he was like Rose Tyler. That's it.
That's true. My favorite line in this entire episode, and maybe even this entire season, was that black guy who says, "You can't, you don't exist," and then gets killed by the
Oh,
Daleks.
whoops. You're right. We'll go now. Oh, what?
You can't. I was supposed to be
Existential
rich.
crisis.
I was supposed to be rich with the 600 credits that you're going to give me, which I'm assuming isn't very much.
Who knows?
I don't know.
And his life.
And
One
it's-
credit equals 17 sickles.
What?
17
gallon.
sickles equals
Is it-
23 nuts. I don't know, man.
Okay. All right.
On,
Equals
on the
23
note
nuts.
of him, they definitely did this whole character harvest this episode where they're like, oh, we're going to plant this character and cultivate them into someone who you care about. Either you really hate them or you really like them. But don't be fooled. They'll be dead before the end of this
Yeah.
episode.
That's true. That's
Linda
true.
with a Y.
And such plentiful organs.
Roderick.
On the subject of
Roderick.
favorite lines ever, I know I misheard it. I don't care what he said. But right at the end, Jack shouts, "Activated turtle lasers." I'm just like,
I'm sure that's
straight
what
up
it was.
turtle lasers everywhere, shooting out of the walls.
See, and I thought turtles came in
It's
mines.
like, that's now my favorite line.
Jax, once again, we need a shirt with turtle lasers.
Oh, jeez.
That's probably the 4th shirt now that you need to make.
That'd probably be the
Maybe
easiest one.
mugs. Mugs work.
And mugs. Turtle lasers. Activate turtle lasers.
Just throw the turtle shell and lasers shoot out of all the holes. Some kind of space age
blue
ninja
shell.
star.
Space meat. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so when Mickey tries to open the TARDIS with the chain,
With his Mini Cooper.
with his Mini Cooper,
which
but
is a
then
brand new
Not
car
Rodrigo.
to him.
Mickey.
Very
Mickey's
true.
Mini.
Mickey's Mini, and then the tow truck thing, that chain would break so fast because of the style of chain it is. Like, it was
How?
like almost breaking, and then it didn't, and then the TARDIS broke open. It's like, oh, that's nice. If a truck that size has to be implemented in order to break the TARDIS console, that chain would break before the TARDIS console
They're
would.
doing an awful job of
So
applying
what do you
torque to
use then,
this-
rope?
To this thing.
No, there's different styles of chain that you can use. That
Bigger chain.
How
that-
do you know this?
That chain can only hold up to 23 psi.
He's
How
a
many
Ravenclaw.
TARDISes have you broken open?
He's a Ravenclaw.
I don't wanna talk
He knows
about
these
it.
The
things.
chain.
I know my chains.
The super Hulk chain.
You can just call me
hold up to
Alice.
500 psi.
Boo.
I don't get it, but that's fine.
Alice in chains.
It's a-
Alice on Chains. This is your
Alice
alternative
about
podcast
chains.
where you talk about chains and their tensile strength.
That's true. I do. You can look it up on iTunes.
What? I'm
I'm,
having like flashbacks to Mythbusters or something right now. We're gonna start calling Link Jamie.
Jamie. I'm okay with that.
Jax gets to be Adam.
Wait, I'm the one with the walrus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
You're
love
the
the
walrus
walrus
tusks.
guy.
You have
And
more
I'm the
facial hair.
hat.
You're the hat. I'm the walrus
It's
tusks.
the hair color.
I'm okay with that.
You are the walrus. I am the hat man.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
So both of these episodes, I was gonna mention it in the first one, just to since I got us off
Thank
track.
you for that moment.
Yes.
I was gonna mention it in the first one, but both of them, my least favorite thing about them is that there is absolutely no dodging done in either episode. Every single person just stands there and accepts their fate of death.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
whether
every
they're in
single
the game
Dalek.
show, they're just like, oh, that laser can only point one direction, down. Not gonna hide. Not gonna do anything.
I'm not going to jump up and
the,
stand behind
the
it.
android, like, I'm not gonna hide behind my stand. Like, I don't know if they're so British that they're just like, yeah, death, it's sweet, whatever. Oh yeah, please. No, I'm sorry, I was dodging. That was my bad. I'm gonna queue up for you now. Like,
It's like the
Maybe they've seen the show enough times that they know that you can't.
maybe, but including the Daleks, like
Yeah.
Jack, he's like, take me, bro, whatever.
Well,
and
to be fair, he's in the hallway, and that is his personality.
yes,
yes, it is. But just nobody dodges.
Yeah, that's true.
Not one.
That's true. And did you have another one?
Not a soul. That was my least favorite thing. That's
Oh,
all I was
okay, yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I can give you more examples, but I don't think we need them.
No, you're right. You're right.
Another one of those weird points that hit me funny was when the Daleks are talking about how they infiltrated Earth and set up all this stuff. We quietly infiltrated humanity. It's like, I'm sorry, quietly? I don't think I've ever seen a
Yeah,
Dalek
the
do
Daleks never-
anything that wasn't below a scream.
We quietly did this thing. It was quiet. Explain.
Infiltrate! Infiltrate!
We should-
Blaspheme. Do not blaspheme.
Thank you for whispering that yell.
That was quietly.
Sneak! Sneak!
That's exactly how a Dalek would do it too.
They'd have to do it out loud. They couldn't just not say anything.
Sneak. I am being quiet.
That makes him like a
We have
Scooby-Doo
made it
villain.
past the outer defenses undetected! Oh, there's somebody over there shouting.
No, I am
Dang
it. Oh, we're
Yeah,
having
no.
way too much fun with that.
Daleks are not quiet.
No.
They have never been quiet.
Speaking of things that are our least favorite thing, my least favorite line for this entire series, I'm crying, Hold on.
It's okay.
Is it
Jack.
really that bad?
It's really that
That
bad.
was
I'm
the line.
sorry.
Wow.
No,
This must
I
be
think-
some doozy of a line.
I think you need a doctor.
Oh, that one was funny.
No.
I have it all capital
was-
letters. Ugh. Why?
For me-
Exclamation, question mark, exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. Why?
Wow. Okay. Awesome. No, for me, that ruined the ending.
Russell, why'd you do this to me, baby?
The
It
ending
ruined-
was ruined.
How was it
Pruned.
ruined before that?
The time puke
It
into
was
her
so
mouth.
over.
No, I,
That was
what?
his mouth. Sorry, it was going that way.
What?
The yellow.
Are you referring to the kiss?
The kiss that we've been waiting
Oh,
for
kiss,
all
and then it was
series
followed by a yellow
long.
trail.
Blork, blork. Bork, bork.
Okay.
It was a rough ending.
Stop it, friend. You do me a concern.
You're doing me a fear.
I'm really confused about this
Yeah.
puke thing because all
Oh,
he
it means
did
when we
was-
No, they kissed,
When
and
he
then there was a trail of
vampires-
yellow going from her mouth to his. It was like,
Oh,
what
don't
are you
call it a
doing?
trail of yellow.
See why I have a problem?
But yeah, when he vampires the vortex out of her,
Because that's any better.
people like vampires.
Vampires.
Don't steal that line
Oh,
from
man.
my American lit professor.
It's such a great line. It's such a great line.
The another terrible line, just because was I guess the first episode again. But Rose, they're like, just listen to the android, whatever, and then it's all lighting up, and Rose spends like 10 seconds saying, "Droid."
Yeah.
Like it's a super significant line. I'm like,
Or like nobody saw it coming.
Well, her name is Anne.
Yeah, the person's name was Anne.
the android?
Yeah, no. In the real show,
yeah.
the woman's name is Anne.
Yeah, the host.
Anne something or another. I don't know.
It's been I have not seen that since I was like
I've literally
6.
never seen the show and I got it.
That was way too. I don't
It's like,
understand
her,
how you
her
got
name,
that.
the
That was
host's
rude.
name must be Anne.
How did you get
Apologize.
really?
Yeah, I mean,
that
that's just where
clear?
my head went. It's like, it's
Comment,
an android.
everyone,
an
and tell us if
Anne
it was actually that clear
droid.
of a joke.
I was like, Anne? I guess the host's name must be Anne.
Anne,
This
right.
must be funny. Okay.
It must be funny
I
for some
don't-
reason. Yeah. No, even for people who got it, it wasn't funny.
I don't. That's why
I
it got
thought it
such a
was
low
mildly
rating on
funny.
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins or whatever that site was.
IMDb.
Rotten
Smash-
Tomatoes?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, I love
So-
that band, Rotten Tomatoes.
I heard they got a bad review though.
Probably. Anyway.
So in this episode, Jack becomes immortal.
Although,
we don't know that
We
yet.
don't know that yet. But
Well,
he does come back
He
from
comes
dead.
back from being
Well,
dead.
he comes back alive, but we don't know that he's immortal.
And then
That's true.
We can
Captain-
assume, based on this, that he could die again.
True.
And then
True.
Captain Jack gets marooned on the space equivalent of a small island in the Caribbean.
There's lots of rum on floor 342.
Heck yeah. It's got to be somewhere in 500 floors.
Yeah, it has to
In
be
a game show
somewhere.
about killing people.
Someone has
Somebody's
to be
got
drinking.
to have a nice liquor cabinet around there.
But when I first saw this, I originally thought that Jack was just always that way.
Oh, like he just bam came back to life.
He just bam came back to life. I'm like, oh no.
the significance
Rose did
of
it.
her saying,
Yeah, I
"I
bring life.
control life," and
bring
then
life. And then-
snappo.
Yeah,
And bringing
No, I just
one
thought-
person back to life instead of all like
All-
2,000
yeah.
that died.
Well, maybe everybody in the
Like-
basement is alive too, but no one cares. Hopefully, Roderick's still dead.
Roger.
Maybe
But, like,
she had
those
to
continents-
focus
R.I.P.
her
Roderick.
effort.
But,
Or maybe it's just people
continents
she
of Earth
cared
that are
about.
still
Yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah,
I
still
can control
misshapen.
everything. One guy lives. Like, that's all she
Whoops.
did
Well,
after
she
figured
wasn't
that
there
out.
when the people on Ground Zero got murdered.
It's true, but she controls
True.
time. Like I
Where's
wrote,
Linda
I wrote
with the
down
Y?
phenomenal cosmic power. One guy lives.
Yep.
That's it.
But it was Jack.
Yeah, but she
was
did
Jack.
kill $500,000.
At
Yeah.
least, yeah. I thought that was really
She
cool. It's like I
literally
see all of your
atomized them.
yeah. It's like I see everything of your existence, all of your past, all of your future, all of your atoms, and I divide them.
And the Dalek's like,
Holy cow!
"Oh man, and I thought I was delusional."
Yeah.
That made me think of C.S. Lewis.
Yeah, that's true. It
Oh.
was very,
Hardcore.
Oh yeah.
Mere Christianity.
Ooh, yay.
Another line that really ruined the end for me was the doctor saying, "That's what I see too every day." Like Thanks for trying to one-up Rose there. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you've got the time for it.
No.
Me too.
No, he was
OMG.
finding a common bond.
Yeah, there we go.
It was
That's what I thought.
romantic.
Which is more than Mickey did.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I have a tirade rant on this page.
Oh,
I just
please,
can't go back.
please.
I can't go
think of
back to
Mickey?
my normal life. Why? Because you're better? Way to go, Mickey. Way to high road the woman
Yeah.
who's grieving over her dead friends.
Go,
Anyways,
Jen. Go, Jen.
Jen.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah,
Yeah, he was extremely callous. Like Mickey and her
well, 'cause you
mom
better
were
than
just
us.
like, "Oh, it's been maybe an hour. Get over it." And then what else did I write? Let me see here.
Make you a cup of.
Oh, Mickey's like, "You should just give up." And then Rose goes, "Oh, maybe I should just give up." "No, I won't have you giving up." Is literally what he said right after that.
Well, she
Yeah.
basically told him that he meant nothing to her. So he's like, fine, well, if
Right.
I mean nothing, I'm at least going to help you get out of here. So, I mean,
It was
that's,
still
that's the
annoying.
point where he changes his mind. He's like, fine, get out of here.
Oh,
Sorry, the dog scratched me.
oh,
Oh,
poor puppers.
She's going to start
She hated
blepping.
Mickey, too.
She's going to start
That's it.
blepping.
Blep, blep, blep.
also, your daughter is weeping over her friend, and you take her out for chips.
Their
That's what the British
conversation,
do. You
British.
eat.
their conversation was super inane. Did you catch that? It's like, oh, have you been to that one shop? Oh,
Yeah.
what is it?
The new pizza
The
place?
new pizza
what do they
place.
serve?
What is it?
Pizza. Oh,
Oh,
that's nice.
That's
I mean,
literally the
trying so
conversation they
hard.
had.
I mean, have you met Jackie?
So many things are wrong.
No, I haven't actually. Have you?
She's not exactly nurturing.
No. I mean, she walked away after she found out that Rose met her husband.
Yeah, Rose in that scene was really frustrating to me. Like, I'm gonna pick this time to rub it in your face
Yeah.
that my dad is dead and I got to meet him and.
And I know what he would do better than you would because of reasons. And
I met him once.
10
You
seconds.
only lived with him for years.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
We can all agree that this was disturbing.
The whole
rough.
not caring about your family members
ending was
runs in the family, though.
yeah, probably.
Mom, you're still alive after the plastic people killed half the city. Oh, good. Okay, bye.
The Ottomans.
I'm gonna go shopping. Goodbye. Well, anybody else have anything to say other than David Tennant?
Yay.
Woo, Dave Tennant.
I do like him. He was my first doctor, so
He was your first doctor.
yeah.
was your
Because
first?
I saw the Blink was the first episode
I was
ever
I was gonna
saw.
go there, but I decided not to.
Sorry, I did.
Yeah. Very
No
good.
control.
Very good. Yes,
But yeah,
Blink.
so-
Yes, that's a very good episode.
But yeah, so Eccleston was sort of an afterthought.
Yeah.
Still, I like him.
Very
I
good.
wish he'd been around longer so he'd be more developed
Mhm.
and that he could experience better writing.
Writing that wasn't Russell T Davies. It would
Say
be
it to
really-
my face.
Whoa there.
He just did.
Whoa, there,
friend. You might need to slow down.
I will fight you.
I know you
No,
will.
you won't.
You need to fight me less loud, please.
No, sorry.
Let's
Thank
take
you.
this outside of the range of the microphone.
Yeah. Anyways,
I will unleash my
your,
memes
your,
everywhere.
your memes,
My memes.
Are they dank?
the danker the better.
Joe Biden.
No, it's Harry Potter. Come at me,
Oh,
bro.
Joe
Oh,
Biden
Joe
memes.
I
I
love
love
Joe
Joe Biden
Biden
memes.
They
They're
are
the
quite
best.
humorous.
I'm gonna
Yes.
point at him. Barack.
No, don't do that. Hey. I was pointing. I was finger pointing.
Points.
Point.
Finger guns.
Anyways,
That same observation deck shows up again,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, it's the same space station.
They finally
Hey!
break the $1 million wall of glass.
Yep.
yeah.
Mm.
And it
Good times.
shatters just like regular glass, not like
Not like,
Like glass that's
reinforced
been
against
reinforced
meteors.
meteors.
Glass.
Yeah.
Don't worry, that side's reinforced against meteors.
Except for
Oh,
the wall,
Except the
Oh, cool.
outside.
where it needs to be.
Oh, whoops!
Can you,
We
like-
outsourced the contracting.
It
on
just
that.
took the
Oh.
Daleks so long.
It's literally just aquarium glass,
Can you imagine?
and
like,
I mean
They
like
took
one
her
in your
jams.
home aquarium.
that one
glass.
Dalek got a raise. Like, guys, there's a window. Let's
Then
go
the
in
other-
through the window.
Through the window.
And then the other Dalek's like, "No, man! I finally get to use my torch. I had this stupid torch
thinking-
arm specially installed,
Upgrade.
and now I'm finally using it. And you
I was
take this
thinking
from me.
that was
I
the-
hate you."
That was the Dalek that got the Swiss Army upgrade.
Go,
That's what I was
go,
thinking.
Dalek. Torch.
And then he gets an umbrella or something.
Dalek boots.
Why would a Dalek even need boots?
Go, Spidey Web.
You never know.
Anyways, that's for another time.
That's great.
Next episode, we talk about the first episode of David Tennant as the Doctor.
Oh, I would like to point out with this final episode,
Oh,
the
go
parting
ahead.
of the ways, which is my favorite bit of trivia, pretty much throughout the entire Doctor Who series.
Okay.
Parting of the Ways, the first episode where we meet David Tennant, also the last episode, or the last chapter of the Harry Potter books, where we see Barty Crouch Jr., whom David Tennant played in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
That he did.
That's
Wait, how do those two tie
Creepy.
together?
Yeah.
the last.
Tennant.
This David Tennant
David
is
Tennant
the connection
is
here.
Bartimaeus Crouch Jr.
No, I knew that, but like,
Yeah, the last in the book Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, the last chapter that we see Barty Crouch Jr. in is called The Parting of the Ways.
Is that the reason why
Huh.
it's called that? This episode?
I'm sure
Seriously, seriously
Token.
doubt
Wow. Rolling.
Good
Thought
old
of that.
JK.
Well, I don't know.
I wouldn't put it past her. I wouldn't put it past Russell T Davies.
Wait, which
Yeah, I
one
don't
was
know.
written? Which one?
Which one was written first?
Which one came first?
Which one
The
came first?
Time Lord or
Harry Potter and the Goblet
Potter
of Fire.
or
would-
the Doctor?
thing?
Yeah. So was this episode named that after that?
I don't know. What,
That's my
I think
question.
we might
Because
be
you were the trivia
reading into
person.
this quite significant.
everyone
was
disconnects
asking.
it.
But then
It's
there
an
was the
interesting
writing.
connection, but I seriously doubt it's on any sort of purpose.
Okay.
But then there was the filming.
But that
and then there was the
coincidence
other
is just
filming.
too much of a coinky dink.
Two
I agree, and I
quinky-dinkish.
saw that pin on Pinterest that you pinned a couple
But then
weeks
maybe-
ago.
Very
Yeah,
good.
That's where you got it from.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I thought this was in the original film.
No,
No.
no one ever has original
I mean,
thoughts on this show.
she was the one who created the pin. Yes, this is a Moose original thought.
Yes, yes.
course, yeah.
Yes.
Moose, what color?
Yeah, what color was his shirt today? It should have been
His
maroon.
jumper.
It was. I couldn't get a clear shot of it. It was a very, very, very dark color.
That's always a very, very, very dark.
I thought it was
This
black
episode
for
was
both
very dark.
episodes.
It really did look black, but it also could have been his dark purple jumper, which is also often mistaken as black.
Yeah, the lighting was just really bad in this
Well,
entire
as
episode.
Yeah.
as we learned from those female lady robots, that if you wear color with black, it cheapens the color.
Right. Which, I mean, what have I done with my outfit today then?
Sometimes very.
So
I don't.
I thought that was green.
what?
Your
My
your
shirt-
sweater.
My shirt is black.
Oh. Jen, do you have a tongue rating?
Oh, I was going to do the transition. I was going to say, speaking of Barty Crouch Jr. and creepy tongue acting,
Thankfully,
Wow.
David Tennant refrains from using tongue acting.
No, I'd
He
I'd make
could-
that okay.
He could use
That's
his
fine.
tongue more.
Okay, well, maybe instead of Rose, I'll just start rating
Tennant can do
tenants. For Bad
number of
Wolf, it was a
times
solid
Tennant
4. It only
shows
came
his
out once.
teeth.
Solid 4. So the high. I'm sorry for those of us playing at home. The higher the number, the better the
The
rating.
better, yeah.
Okay.
The lower the number, the more I just.
The more.
Please
Okay.
stop.
Is it out of 5?
Yes.
Yes, 1 out of 5. 1 being worst, 5 being the best. And then
So
the
5 is
parting
no
of the
tongue.
ways, she was a 3. Because it wasn't exactly the tongue, but she did a lot of like lip biting and going, ah!
She's Rowan. That's what she does.
That's what she does.
It's annoying.
She did have a point. I noticed, like, I thought of it where she tried to, like, bite both her lips at once. Like, she ended up with, like, a half-open mouth with, like, her teeth sticking out. It was real weird.
How do you
I
even
think
do
she's
that?
done that before.
How do you even do that?
She looked, like, happy and disturbed at the same time. I think it was in the last, like, the yellow time puke scene.
I can't.
Time
no.
puke.
Oh, we need to wrap this
I
up,
do.
folks.
We do. This
Go
is
on,
42
time
minutes
fire.
already.
Go on.
All right.
my
Well,
gosh.
thank you all for joining us for this season of Talktor Who. Please join us again for next season when we talk about David Tennant.
I like
Once
how
again-
the first thing he notices
Tennant.
when he becons the Doctor is his teeth.
Yes,
Tennant.
teeth. Oh, I have new teeth.
I guess his
Tennant.
teeth were huge. Like everything. His
Tennant,
ears.
Tennant, Tennant, David Tennant.
Da-da-da.
Tennant, Tennant. Oh yes, and Happy Thanksgiving.
All right.
This next
Yep,
week.
next week.
Next week is Happy Thanksgiving
So maybe we
Turkey.
won't record next week.
Turkey,
because of
turkey.
well, Friday's
holiday.
Black Friday, so
Ugh.
I have no reason to. Well, we can talk about this afterwards. Anyways,
Right.
thank you for watching this very long season finale of
Listening
Talktor
to.
Who.
Special.
Listening to, thank you, yes, and join us next time for David Tennant.
Tennant.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.